Okay, how are you doing, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Matt J. The last time we had a video on, I think that was about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. It's been a while, and I actually made a video on the withdrawal from TenTrade prop firm account. Now, remember, guys, if you're going to start trading prop firm, always take quality above the price. I know some of you guys are looking for a very cheap way, cheap account to actually pay for, and whereby you can start trading, and you want to use $20 to buy $10,000 account. That is not the issue here. The most important thing is for you to be able to do your research. Research is very, very important. And remember, guys, that the prop firm guys are out there, they just want to make money. They are not your friends. They are not your best friends. They are not your pals. They are not there to entertain you. They are there to make money. It's a business setup. So when you're actually going to get a prop firm, just make sure that you do your research. Their reputation is important. Their customer service is important. You need to be able to check all this stuff. You need to be able to be sure that they are paying out, their withdrawals to their customers, and you need to also check that they are also having a very good customer service. You need to also check that they are not just denying payments on some, all these hidden clauses somewhere, whereby it's quite difficult for traders to actually find this, this small print. We call it, the small print. It's quite very difficult. You also need to check with your friends and verify that people have been making withdrawals from this prop firm. At the same time, you should also go on the social media and see if there are some kind of complaints. Things like people not being able to stop loss being not being triggered, things like people making withdrawals and the companies kind of withholding some of the profit. Yes, this has happened in the past. I think it's still happening. You need to do your research. I am not going to sit down here and start complaining or just calling out names. I'm not going to do that. I just want you guys to, as you always know, forex trading is a personal journey. You just need to make sure that you do your own research. Now, what happens if you have done your research? What happens if everything is, you feel like everything is, everything is right, and you now purchase this particular account and then you started trading? Now, I will say that you need to decide if you are going to trade aggressively or you want to trade conservatively. In one of my videos, I discussed about whereby I was making a withdrawal. I explained to you guys that was a conservative trading, and conservative trading, in a way, for me, has been very, effective. What is exactly is conservative trading? Conservative trading is more like you just being, it's not like you are overcautious. It just means that you are not exposing yourself too much to the market, especially when we have a situation that the fundamentals are quite very difficult to predict. By saying that, I'm referring to, for example, I check my the forest factory. I check different websites where I normally check for upcoming news. As you should know, you should be checking upcoming news. There was nothing about upcoming news coming from Japan. However, very late in the midnight, I received a message, a prompt that maybe the minister in Japan said something in the news or online, wherever, and that actually moved the market to a different direction. So I lost that trade. I was very furious. But at the same time, I thought, this is fundamentals for you. But you need to be able to keep your tabs on fundamentals. So when you are trading conservatively, it actually helps you to be able to use minimal exposure to the market, whereby you are not exposing, say, 2%, 3% of your capital. And bearing in mind, you should be using 0.5%. You should be using things like 1%, or maximum just use 2%. Don't go above 2%. Why do I repeat this to my students, to everyone in my community? Because when you look at the banks like the Barclays, the GTB, American banks, and the Canadian banks, the Japanese bank, when it comes to interest rates, annual interest rate. Nobody gives you 7%, nobody gives you 10% annually. Most times they give you, let's say, about 4%, 5% annually. And that is the reality in the financial market. So when you know you are going to be trading, just make sure that you are not exposing yourself too much. You know what? I actually made over 25% profit. Yes, over 25% profit by trading conservatively on this particular Profim account, which I did a video on called TenTrade. And the other account, again, after that, I made another withdrawal recently. I did a video on that. It was a 3-minute video. I think you can watch that. I will upload that on the YouTube channel. Just watch. It's a very, very short video. You watch that and see, the withdrawal. That account I also withdrew from 2 separate accounts, whereby one was about 25%, the other one I think is about 11% or something like that. So why am I saying this? You can actually grow with your Profim account. You can grow and keep growing, with Profim account, but make sure that you are getting your account from the right companies. I also would like to add this to, I know some of you guys may not like what I'm going to say because you are so loyal to your mentors, your gurus, and you don't even see when someone is telling you the truth. Now, if you have a Profim account that is solely owned by one person, I kind of very worried about that. I'm not saying it's not a good thing for people to progress, but I'm just saying that imagine one person to own a bank, imagine one person to own a business without some directors that are running, that are backing things up. Nobody makes a forest. So when you're going to buy your Profim account, buy Profim account that have legitimacy, that have track records, that have good stock customer service, that when you're going to make a payment, you can actually make payment and it is seamless, easy. You are not being stressed. No one is asking you that if you are not paying, you cannot make a payment online. Let us send you an email whereby you can pay by PayPal. That's a little bit kind of like, I had that recently myself. I was not very comfortable with that arrangement. So guys, go for the Profim account that you know that you can have that peace of mind. There are a few Profim accounts out there. I know we have the MTMO, we have Funded Next, we have so many other ones that have actually stood the test of time. And I remember that when I started forex trading, and I had this particular company called Blue FX. Some of you guys have been in the industry for a very long time. I used them, I made a withdrawal from them, and after that, I think it was a week or 2 weeks later, they packed up. There was this another Profim account called it's called MFF. We all know the story. I had few accounts with them, Funded Live Trading account and all that. No waiting for a withdrawal. I woke up this morning, Monday morning or Sunday morning, I'm not sure which day it was, and I checked their website, and the website was completely blank. Yes, it was completely blank, and they had this issue with the American government. We all thought that they're going to come back, but they never did. So this is the thing about Profim account, because we as traders, we actually put in so much effort. We put in so much effort. We put in so much, all this analysis, emotions, and everything that comes with trading. It is not easy to trade. Trading is not a child's play. It's not like as if you just wake up and push buy and sell. You have a lot of process that goes into trading. I know we have different strategies. I know we have different ways of trading. We have different technical analysis. We have those one that does what called top-down analysis. We have the SMCICT. We have different supply and demand. We have people that trade just headlines. We have different. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that we all make money at the end of the day. So when you are trading Profim, guys, I will repeat it again: trade with the right firm. Trade with the right firm. Trade with the right firm. And because you are trading with a particular firm does not mean you have to be so loyal to them. Sometimes they can come up with a different rules whereby you're not comfortable. Then you move to the other, to the next one. Move to the next one. Move to the next one. Just make sure that you are not stuck in one particular place. It is very important. So back to the video that I talked about. I made that withdrawal from TenTrade. I know that I've been hearing a lot of things. People have been complaining about TenTrade, but I don't have any issues with TenTrade. And I made my last withdrawal recently. Not a very big amount, but in terms of percentage, 25% is quite a lot in the industry. So we all know that. So what I'm going to do is that what I will try and see if I can quickly show you guys the videos of the screenshots or something about the new rules of TenTrade in terms of percentage. So yes, if you have any question, please put it down in the chat, in the group or in the chat, and ask me a question. If you want to do any video next, just let me know the topic you want me to talk about. If it's about analysis, we do normally have our webinars most times on Saturdays. So if it's about analysis, let me know, then we can do some analysis. But this is just about quick overview about the prop firm, and then when you buy your prop firm and things like that, just general talk about prop firm. So I will be releasing more videos on prop firm account, and I will also try to go through the TenTrade account in second stage of this video. Thank you very much for sticking around, because I do not want this video to be more than 12-15 minutes, so that we can now watch you can watch the second set of this video. All right, if you have any question, please let me know. Please subscribe, share the channel, like if you like what I've been talking about, like it. And if you want to share this channel to your friends, then share to your friends, because we'll be doing a lot of more videos whereby we'll be covering talks on prop firm account, as I trade prop firms, and I trade different prop firms for different reasons. Sometimes I even buy, recently I bought an account because very small account they were doing discount. I just want to see what is it like to trade with this particular firm, and I got what I wanted from there. And I'm not going back to that prop firm again. I'm not going to call the name, but just so that you know that you need to do your research before you put in your hard-earned money, handing it over to any prop firm account. Yes, prop firm is very good for you if you're passing and you're making withdrawal your $100 and thousands of dollars. All right, guys, I'll catch you up in the next stage of this video. Thank you for sticking around to the end, and have a fantastic day. Goodbye. Bye-bye.